We're wrapping up with the first book of the Horizons kindergarten program, and I'm going to give you my full honest opinion on this. Now, full transparency, you will see that AOP does sponsor some of my videos. This one is not sponsored, and y'all should know by now that just because I'm sponsored by a company does not mean that I won't give you the good, bad, and the ugly. Let's get into it. We're gonna start with the math. This is the shining star of this program, in my opinion. She is loving this. Not gonna lie, in the beginning of this, it started a little too gentle, like literally touching the kids and counting one by one. They're trying to develop that number sense, which I get and I appreciate, but my daughter and I were kind of looking at each other like, what? But it picked up speed real fast, and this is a spiral-based curriculum, so they learn a little something new each day, and then they go back and review. So I actually appreciate the fact that they started so gentle in the beginning. Also is handwriting practice daily for the numbers. This is so, so important. So many math curriculums forego this handwriting piece. You all know I taught first grade for a really long time. I know what the kindergartners are supposed to know coming into first grade. I feel like this hits the mark, and the spiral method that they use is super organized. Like, I didn't feel like this was all over the place. Now for the cons. You all know that I've been through the ringer when it comes to math curriculums. I am super, super particular. One thing that I don't personally like that I feel like a lot of people will love is the fact that the lessons are so short. So the actual pages that they're doing in the workbook each day, it's just one page back and front, right? 1, 2, you're done for the day. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, that's perfect for kindergarten. That's developmentally appropriate. They shouldn't be doing all these worksheets. It's my type A public school brain that's killing me here. I just feel like maybe some days I'm left feeling like we should have been doing more. Now, there are extra activities in the teacher's guide that you do with your child in addition to the workbook pages, but if I'm being totally honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of the Horizons teacher's guides, the way that they're set up at least. They're very informative and you get everything you need to be able to teach your child, but it's just like the format that I'm not really a fan of. So only other negative thing that I can say about this Kindergarten Horizons program is that even though it started off really, really gentle, it picks up speed fast. And because you're only doing one page per lesson, right, back to front, it kind of feels like it's speeding by, right? So we started by just touching and counting those little kids, and now we're up to comparing double-digit numbers. With this, you get your practice, one page, move on the next day. Overall, this again is the shining star of the kindergarten, in my opinion. I really wish Horizons went all the way through to like high school, because this is one that I could see us sticking with for my middle daughter forever. Now let's talk about the phonics and reading. So this is book number 1. It consists of 4 books, so we're only a quarter of the way through. Like the math, this started off very, very gentle. I am talking about just looking at the letter A, understanding the sound, seeing your letters at the top, identifying the letter A. My absolute favorite thing about this phonics program is that the phonemic awareness piece that they include in every single lesson, it hits the mark every single time. There is not a day that goes by where we do a lesson and we're not hitting phonemic awareness multiple times, meaning that you're saying a sound and your child is identifying that sound. They're matching pictures to the short vowel sound, so they're constantly practicing their phonics skills. Also, like the math, daily handwriting practice, and I love that they do both the capital and the lowercase. Some curriculums will only do the capitals first, then introduce the lowercase. Horizons, they just throw it all in at once. And because this is spiral based, again, they're going to go back and review each day something that they've learned previously. Just like the math, it's very, very short. So with the phonics, it is 1 to 2 pages per day. So some of the lessons are getting a little bit longer to where we're doing 2 pages back to front. Now for the issues that I'm having. I have a love-hate relationship with this program because part of me wants to stick with it forever and the other part of me is just going crazy because some of these things I just don't know if I can get past. Number 1, you cannot use this kindergarten program without your teacher's guide, which usually I love. But the reason why you cannot get through this without your teacher's guide is because the pictures that they have chosen for the phonics skills are a little bizarre. Look at this. This is for the GA sound. Geo is what we were practicing that day. This is a goblet, right? The most off the wall thing to include for the ah sound. Same thing here, like this is fender. If my daughter's just working on her own, she's looking at that and she's like, Mommy, what is this picture? Here's why it's a love-hate thing. I actually appreciate it because it really gets her thinking. If it was just cat or hat or rat, it almost makes it too easy. So this really challenges her. The other thing I will say that maybe is not necessarily a con, but this is advanced. I know people think Horizons, oh, it's like got the colors and you know, you need a lot of parental involvement. This is advanced. We are at the end of book number 1 and we are fully blending consonants together. She's basically reading. which I know sounds like a great thing. Like, why am I complaining about that? But it's almost moving too fast. Your child is learning a vowel sound and a consonant sound, and they immediately start blending them together. So when they learn the B sound and then the A sound, they immediately start understanding that that BA is ba. This is an amazing thing for kids that are ready to move quickly. I think this would be a really good choice for a child that doesn't need 25 pages of review before moving on to something. Like you can see here, this is the lesson that we're getting ready to do today. We're at the end of this book and they are reading the sentence. They're filling in the blank with one of the words that has the blend that we're learning. That's a pretty big jump from just learning how to write the letter A in lesson 1. Also, you can see here a lot of copy work. Like that is a lot for a kindergartner to have to write. My daughter is not struggling with it. So maybe this pace is what she needs. I'm still trying to figure it out. You have to remember that with this particular child of mine, we started her way early so that I could experiment with all these curriculums. You all also know that I still love the Christian-led education learning to read program, which I am going to try that with her too, and then compare like, can she handle lessons that are that in-depth and long, or is this a better fit for her? So more to come on that. Let me know in the comments. Have you tried the Horizons reading and phonics or the math program? Are you seeing the same things? Are you loving the same things that I'm loving? Am I being too picky here? Let me know all your thoughts.